All right, we are back with Dr. Gail Gross, interpreting your dreams. If you want to know what your dream means, call us at 713-533-5230. Let's go to the phone lines. We have Debbie. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning.
What is your dream that you keep having?
For the last 4 nights, I've had dreams about people who have been very close to me in life but have passed on.
Wow. Okay. Are they having conversations with you? Do they feel real to you?
Yes, they feel very real.
All right, Gail, a lot of people were asking us about seeing people who've passed on and what that meant. Some people were afraid that it meant that they were passing on too. Yeah.
This is a numinous dream, as we were talking about earlier, a gift from your soul. And in a sense, when you connect to people who have passed on, if you look at the soul as divine and you look at it as eternal, then there is no death. There's a thin veil between thee and the people that have died. Yeah. And when you're relaxed and you're asleep, your defenses are down, those people that love you and that you love can connect. They can come closer. And the fastest, easiest way to come to you is energetically through your dream.
Yeah, it's interesting because energy never leaves the earth, right? So that's the scientific explanation.
There are all these levels of consciousness. Ultimately, Carl Jung was able to, the battle between he and Freud was being able to really prove these things. And ultimately, in relation to World War II, he was able to have an empirical study that showed that patients for 10 years prior to World War II were dreaming about World War II. Wow. And how they all had, and Freud had the same experience, this collective that we're all connected to.
Is Debbie still with us?
Yes, I am.
So she said the last 4 nights, and I'm wondering, like, what would be going on in her life that the last 4 nights?
Yeah. Well, you know, of course, I would like to know who are these people that you're dreaming of? What relatives? Has anyone had an anniversary or a birthday coming up? Do you have an anniversary or birthday? Any of the 4 people that?
My birthday's in August.
So sometimes when we have holidays coming up, birthdays coming up, they come. People that we love come closer that have died, because in a certain way there are many levels of consciousness. When you meditate and learn to meditate, you learn to consciously navigate these other levels of consciousness, which are as close to you as your nose. And so when you're lighter, when you're sleeping and you're not defended, that's when these people can come closer to you, and they usually come to give you a remembrance or a warning.
So especially if you're going through something at the moment, they're your advice.
But support.
You know, speaking of anniversaries, you know, I was reminded of my mom's passing on Mother's Day 3 years ago, but I had a dream about her. She came and we sat down and talked in that dream, and I went, oh wait, this is the anniversary, because my mom would not let me forget. Remember, right? She would not let me forget. Debbie, thank you very much for calling in this morning and sharing that with us.
Thank you so much. It doesn't mean I'm going to die.
No, they're just coming to see you because they miss you.
They're supporting you for some reason. They're connecting to you for some reason. Something is going on. It could really just be some memories. If I knew more about who they were, I could tell you what the relationship.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of that, we have a question that Caleb sent in, and Caleb said, years ago I had a dream my mom had died. It felt so real that I still think about it today, even though she's alive and well. Why does this dream still haunt me? Well, that's shocking when someone dies in your dream, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they literally are dying, but a portion of them may die off for you, right?
And it can also have another meaning. It can mean that there's a hostility, that there's something you haven't worked out between you and that parent, and that there's a nesting place in the psyche where it's sort of hanging out, but you haven't allowed it to come forward. And so it's coming forward in your dream to inform you that there is a hostility that needs to be addressed. It could also be that part of you that's like your mother. In other words, what do you and your mother have in common? And if she's dying or has died in your dream, how did she die? Because that could be something that you're killing off in yourself in reference to that connection between you and your mother.
Yeah, or a resolution there,
resolution.
right? Okay. Chantel says, I dream that I'm falling from a mountaintop, but it hurts as I descend. Is it normal to dream about pain when falling? Sometimes we soar and it's all free form and it feels good, but other times no.
The answer is yes. And there are many documented cases of people dreaming and being in pain in their dreams. And the falling dream is a fascinating dream because it's almost a classical dream. We all, when we're children, we think we're going to fall off the bed. Sometimes we really do fall off the bed.
I think all of us did at least once, yeah.
But at the end of the day, the falling dreams are very much like the flying dreams. We are startled because we feel that we're out of control. And so you have to explore what's going on again in your life. Mm-hmm. And so this is just almost classical. But yes, pain is a part of dreaming, and it is very recognizable. We wake up. Now sometimes you're sleeping on your arm or your hand, and there really is a physical pain that you're experiencing while you're sleeping, and then you'll dream about it to sort of announce to you that you better wake up, your arm is numb or whatever.
Yeah.
But many times we do dream and feel the pain.